Okay, in this video, I'm going to show you how to file your LLC. But the first thing I'm going to do is show you how to find a name to make sure it's not copyright and how to find a good name that you can brand. So the first site we need 3 sites. The first one is called namecheap.com. This is a domain registrar, and you can use anything to check it. I mean, you can use name.com, GoDaddy.com. This is what I use. It's called namecheap.com. And this is what you're going to check. If you can find a domain here, the .com, the chances are that it's not copywritten. So we're going to start here first. The second site you're going to look for is your state LLC lookup. So I'm in Ohio, so I'm going to go with Ohio LLC lookup. You'll do your state, New York City or New York LLC lookup, Nebraska LLC lookup, Georgia LLC lookup, and find your Secretary of State site for business. So here's where we're going to search business by name, because we want to make sure it's not already taken. And then the third site to make sure is the trademark search, to make sure it isn't copywritten already. You want to do this first because you don't want to file an LLC just to get rejected. So you waste a lot of time. So what we're going to do is going to be the uspto.gov site. Make sure it says .gov. And the search trademark database. It's called TESS, TESS. And right here is where you're going to search. It says search our trademark database. So let's go back to the beginning. So when you're looking for a name, you want to make sure the domain is available first, because if the domain is available, the .com, there's a great chance that it's going to be available for an LLC registration. So when you pick your name, you want it to be brandable. Something simple. You don't want to get too complicated. Some people they'll put they'll make something up like ABC, What a Blessing LLC, or anything, and it's fine. But when you start a business, you want it to be professional. You want it to be short, and you want it to be brandable. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to make it complicated, because people, you're going to be doing businesses with other businesses, and the first thing they're going to see is your name, your business name, and if it's something that's unprofessional, then they're probably not going to do business with you. So with that being said, you want to pick something, if you can, something simple, 1 word, if you can, 2 words at the max if you want. Like, let's take for example Swift. That's a trucking company. It's 1 word. It's brandable. Everybody knows who it is. Another one is Schneider. That's another trucking company. It's 1 word. It's simple, and everybody knows what it is. And then another example is Prime Inc. Prime Inc. is another trucking company. It's simple, but it's 2 words. Everybody remembers it. So you want to do something with branding with 1 or 2 words at the most. Okay, now when you do your name, some of the best words to use in your name for your trucking company, 1 word is transport. So you can say Sunnyside Transport. That'll be a good name. This is just an example. Another good word to put on that you can add to your name is logistics, because trucking company is a logistic company. Trucking is okay. I wouldn't use trucking, but it is what it is. You can still use it. And another word you can use is express. So let's say Sunnyside Transport, Sunnyside Logistics, Sunnyside Trucking, or Sunnyside Express. These are 4 words that'll go good with a trucking company name at the end. Or you can use your name. All right. So now here's another example of a good name that you can use, but you don't want to get, if you want to use your name, that's fine. People use their names. But if you want to use your names, you're going to want to abbreviate it. I've seen people put their full name in their LLC, and there's nothing wrong with that. But, these names can be long. I mean, there's always going to be bias too. You don't want, the first thing they're going to see is your name, and you don't want nobody to have bias because they see your name in the thing. They might be, it could be they don't like your name. It could be a racial bias. It could be anything. So you just want your name. If you're going to use your name, use abbreviations like JB Hunt, for example. JB Hunt, it's a big company. Everybody knows it. But the original name of the JB Hunt is Johnny with two N's, Brian Hunt. Okay? This is what JB Hunt stands for. Now, imagine if the guy that started this company, this is probably $1 billion company by now. Imagine if they would have named it Johnny Brian Hunt Logistics, or Johnny Brian Hunt Trucking or whatever. It probably wouldn't have made it because it's a bad name. It's a long name. And so what he did, he abbreviated the JB Hunt, eliminated all this, and just made it JB. And it's one of the biggest companies out there today. Another big company that uses their name is CR English. All right. Everybody knows who they are. I think they're the biggest reefer trunk company in America. Big company. It's a name, regular name. The regular name is Chester Rodney English. That's the name of the guy who started this company. Now, if he would have went with Chester Rodney English, probably would have made it. It's just an awful name. It's too long. Like I said, you want to brand your company. You want to make it as short as possible. So what the guy did, he took out the name, abbreviated it, call it Chester Rodney or CR English, which is a big company today. So if you want to use your name, that's fine, but try to use 2 or 3 letters and then put truck in, or maybe your last name if it's not too long or if it's not hard to spell, you put it in the end. So let's say your name is Thomas. Hold on a second. Let's say your name is Thomas. Middle name Felix, and last name White. You can put the T for Thomas, F for Felix, and White. You can use this as your name for your company if you want to use your name. Usually you want to use it as simple as possible, easy to read, easy to spell, but TF White, that's something you can do if you want to use your name, abbreviate it. Or you can use TF Transport or TF Express or something like that. So if you want to use your name, let's say tfwhite.com. See if it's available. And it's available, TF White. So let's say you want to call your company TF White because that's your name, Thomas Felix White. And if the domain is available, that means when you look for the Secretary of State and the search mark, the trademark, it's probably going to be available too. So when you do the name, make sure that you make sure the domain's available. Keep it simple. Don't complicate things. There's people I've seen, just crazy names, long names. You don't have to put logistics in your LLC. You don't have to put trucking or none of that. Whatever you put, it can be your name. And then you can add trucking or transport and logistics to the end of it when you do your logo or whatever. You don't have to put that stuff in your LLC. So first thing you want to do is make it brandable, make it short, memorable, and make sure it's easy to remember, and make it professional. There's people, they make up stuff, let's say like Back to School Trucking Logistics LLC. That's a little bit too long and it's unprofessional. And I see people complain all the time, hey, these brokers, they're disrespectful and they're they don't respect nobody. Well, a lot of these people, the first thing they see is your name and your company. So they probably think, hey, this is probably somebody working from home. I don't, either they take my rates or leave it, my way or the highway. And then, they can be pretty rude, so you definitely want to make your name professional always. All right, so for this example, we're going to go with TF White, or, let's change it up. Let's say TF Transport.com. As you can see, TF Transport is taken. So you're going to have to get creative. You know what I'm saying? A lot of the times the domains are taken. People are not using them, but you always want to have your .com for your emails and stuff. There's people that buy these domains ahead of time. They cost like $7 or $8 a year. And then, when it comes time to go register them, they'll try to sell them to you for like thousands of dollars. So try to find something that's already available. Let's say Blue Sky Transport.com. You see it's available, Blue Sky Transport, but they're trying to charge, somebody bought it already, and they're trying to charge you $1,700 for an $8 domain. It's ridiculous, you know what I'm saying? So you definitely want something that's available. Try to be creative, make it simple, use generic words if you can. Use a name if you can, the initials, like I said. Let's say Frank Georgia Transport. I don't know. They're taken. Let's say Flex Express. It's a good name. Probably taken. It's taken, but like I said, they try to sell it to you for more. What you want to do is find something that that's simple. Something that's easy to say, it's easy to remember. Let's say your name is Victor Thomas. VT Express. It's taken. As you can see, they're trying to sell. Somebody bought it and they're trying to resell it to you for a lot. But I wouldn't pay no more than $10 for a domain. Let's change this up. Black River Express. Okay, so Black River Express is available. It's only $8. That means nobody bought it. Now this is an example. I wouldn't use this. I mean, if you want to use this, that's fine. You can use whatever you want. Like I said, your name. It's totally up to you. But my advice is to get something that's easy to say, easy to remember, and something that you can brand later. I mean, Black River could be a name of a river somewhere. Express. You can use transport, logistics, trucking, express. So it's available to .com. So there's a good chance it's going to be available as an LLC. So we're going to go to the Secretary of State site, and we're going to put Black River Express, and then we're going to search all. And as you can see, no data available. So if I put LLC, I'll be able to register it. Right here it says active. It'll tell you all those that are active, and the ones that are canceled or dead. Sometimes it might, somebody might have registered before, but then they canceled it. So you can do it again. So as you can see, nobody has this. We'll add a LLC behind it. Search. So you see there's no data available. So now we can register it as an LLC. So we're going to go to the trademark database, and it's called the TESS database. TESS. So you're going to click here, and you're going to go to the basic word search, new user. Click that. And you're going to put your keywords here, and it's going to tell you all the copyrights under this name. So once you put that, you hit enter. And as you can see, no test records were found to match the criteria of your query. Click back button to return to the test. So it's available at your Secretary of State site. It's available, and nobody's registered it in the trademark office, which is good. So now you're going to want to go to the Secretary of State site, and you're going to want to register this as an LLC. So I'm going to finish this video now. This video is important because you want to get your name, and you want to make sure it's available. You don't want something that that you're going to get rejected for, and you don't want no copyright problems. You're going to want the .com. So when you register your LLC, make sure to get the .com right away. Because if somebody finds it, these people, they're called domainers. They buy domains for $8, and then they try to sell it to you for thousands of dollars. So If it's available on the .com, register it the second you register your LLC. So that way, when you're ready to make your website, you'll have the domain blackriverexpress.com. So I'm going to end this now. Then in the next video, I'm going to show you how to register this. It only takes like 5 minutes. It's real easy, but it's going to take long because I'm going to explain everything as you do it. And it's all pretty much the same. I'm in Ohio, but the LLC thing is pretty much all the same in all the states. The prices are different and, they vary, but it's the same thing. So I'll attach the next video to this one.